Okay, so to apply this one, so see, it's coming like this. So this text is previously in black color now. So now I'm just make it color as white. So then automatically it came white color. So linear gradient is telling you the how much percentage you can apply this both colors. So if I can give black and red, what will happen? You see, coming black and red. Okay, so you just apply like this. So this is the way how you can apply your custom classes in HTML. So there is an some cases you can see ID. So sometimes you can hear ID. So how you can apply this? So let me check. So this is the header 7. This is the header 7. Let me see whether it's applied or not. So it's not applied now. So why it's not applied? Because of whenever you are using the ID, because sorry, header part we don't have now. So let me make it this one as 1. So still it's not applied because of whenever you can use that ID kind of things. So make sure now you can change this one as hash. Let me see whether it's applied or not. Yeah, so it's applied. So here class and ID. So if you want to define your custom CSS using class attribute, using the class attribute, and your CSS name you can give, I mean your style name you can give like that, and you can define your style like this using the dot operator. Suppose if you want to using the ID to apply the styles in your HTML pages, so you just define your HTML tags like that using the ID, and you can start with your ID implementation part like that. Okay. Okay, because it is that workshop session. So once we can discuss on this, I will tell you everything, each and everything clearly. So don't think about much more that right now. Okay, so next. Okay, so once you can go for ID, so here I can give header part 7. So I'm just copy this content and come here, and here I can apply hash. So now let me see. Header part 7. Okay, so this is the way you can apply the internal CSS in your HTML page. Okay, so this is the way you can apply the internal CSS. So internal CSS is always starts with inside the head tag, and make sure it starts with using the style tag, and close it the style tag. So you can keep everything inside the style tag. So this is one. So using this, using this one to apply the styles, using class attribute. So you can use this one using ID attribute. So if for your more clarification, so I'm just copy and I can paste it here. For example, this one, and here also, for example, but here instead of ID you can give, sorry, instead of class you can give the ID. So here also I can make this one. Yeah. Okay. So hope you clear, right? So how you can apply this inline CSS, how you can apply the internal CSS. So using using internal CSS. So using internal CSS using class and ID attribute. Okay. Okay. So let me comment this one. Just remove this. Okay. And next. So the third one is using external CSS. Using external CSS. So if you want to write in your application using external CSS, so what you need to do? Let's go here. Okay. So what you need to do in this case? So you need to create one CSS file. So how you can create the CSS file? So file, here you can take normal text and first save it. So here I can give index.css, save it. Okay, so I have two files as of now. So what are the files I'm having? Index.html and index.css. So how to configure this index.css file in index.html page? So I'm just commenting this one also. Just commenting until here. Because I've already I commented, na? So that's why it's getting error. Okay, so all are commented. Okay, so in this case, you can completely avoiding style tag. So just comment it. Or you just keep it. Sorry, just keep it here. So there is no issue. You just keep it. There is not a problem. Okay. So now external CSS, how to configure? So how you can configure the external CSS? So here, how to configure external CSS. So to configure the external CSS, we need a HTML page. So now I am having right now two files. So one is index.html. The second one is index.css. Sir, is it mandated to give the same name? It's not a mandatory. So you can give any one of the name. There is no issues on this. Okay, next. So how to configure this external CSS to in your HTML page? So to configure the HTML page, external file to in your external CSS to in your HTML page, sorry, external CSS to HTML page. So you can use like this. So src equal to, so you can give, sorry, here style sheet. Sorry, src means the project location. I mean that location. So give it here CSS file path along with file name, and what type of file this is. So this is style sheet. You can upload. So just close it. Okay, so where you can write this link tag. So this link tag you can write inside the header file. Okay, so here you can give CSS file path. So how I can find that my CSS path? So let me come here, copy it, index.css, copy and paste it. Okay. Okay, so let me check it whether it is applied or not. So here I can use the h1 directly. So here also same. If you want to apply, predefine your HTML elements. copy and paste. Already I'm having a just paste it. So let me see here. Just refresh. So there is no element in HTML, right? Yeah. So here I'm taking this one. Just come down. So I'm just removing my classes and all. Okay. So HTML element is coming, but styles is not applied. Is there any reason? I think this path is not recognized. Link tag. Check it. Check it. Which one? Which one? Let's not CSS. Why is not applying? What mistake I did? Path is any mistake. Otherwise, remove this. The search index.css this one cut down. Okay, one moment. Normal creation. 1 second. Stuck like it. What mistake I did? Cut down. So sorry, it's not an it's H reference. Sorry. Oh, JavaScript is coming as a sorry, sir. H reference. H reference. Till is not applied. The reason is so we should do the path. We should do the proper path. Okay, let me copy this line. Here to apply. So style sheet and here index.css. So you can keep it inside the hashtag. Now it's applied. Okay, so now it's applied. So you can use this one. So link relative equal to style tag, style sheet, and what type this is. Either it is a text and CSS file, and hrefs is represents to your CSS file. Because I'm working with the same directories, everything, so I can keep my both files in the same location. So that's why the location is not required. If you can keep it a separate folder inside this, suppose if you're creating separate CSS folder and you can keep it that index.css file inside this that CSS folder, so you just use that path here. Just give that path here. Okay, so here this is the how you can apply your styles in predefined HTML tags. So how you can apply to apply the styles in predefined in predefined HTML tags, HTML elements. HTML element. Suppose if you want to customize it again, so just copy this header part. So when you can use this, so if you want to use the class attribute, if you want to use the class attribute, so using class attribute inside the HTML element, HTML tag. Okay, inside the HTML tag you want to apply this, so you just go this. So already we did now, so just copy this one and come here. So header part one, what is my class name? Header part one. So let me check. Okay, applied. Next, so if you want to apply using ID, you want to apply using ID. Using ID attribute inside the HTML tag. So how you can apply? So copy this, come here, remove this, and just copy this one here and paste. Okay, so you can apply again this one. So this is the way you can apply the external CSS in HTML5. Okay, so which one is preferable? So using predefined tags, can I apply the style sheet is preferable, or using custom defined HTML tags to apply the styles is preferable? So make sure to better always to use your custom CSS. Custom CSS. Suppose if you want to need, suppose if there is a predefined any other framework, so which is given to this, so you can go for that class, that framework related predefined classes. Okay, but in this case you want to use the customized, means you better to use the customized CSS, because if you can apply these types of tags to style sheet, wherever you are using this h1 tag, automatically this colors is applicable, so you cannot able to get your custom colors and all. So better to prefer is always to go for custom CSS is always preferable. So hope you can clear, right? So how you can apply the inline CSS, how you can apply the internal CSS, how you can apply the external CSS. So to apply the internal CSS, sorry, inline CSS, this is the way you can apply using style tag. So here you can say this, so you can apply the inline CSS like this. Okay, suppose if you want to apply the internal CSS, inside the head tag, inside the head tag, come here, keep it this. Okay, so HTML and head section, close the head section, so keep it your things here. So I'm not write all those things, so just I can write only one. Okay, so you just know the syntax, that's all. Okay, h1 and h3 also I'm removing. Okay, and here body, close your body and close the HTML. So inside this body tag, you can keep it. You can keep it like this. So here I'm using predefined classes. So remaining, you know how to do that. Okay, so the same way you can do that using class attribute and using the ID attribute. So in this external CSS, you need to create two files. The first one is HTML and the second one is CSS file, and configure the CSS file to HTML page. So how you can configure? So to configure that one, so where you can configure inside the head tag, you can configure. So where you can configure HTML page inside the head tag. Keep it this, and remaining same. So to apply that class, using the class and using ID, how you are using that previously, the same way you can use it here. Okay, so this is the way you can apply the styles in HTML and CSS. Okay, is it clear all of you? So it's not required actually, just remote. We'll see later, not now. Okay, is it clear all of you? How you can create the HTML page, how you can apply that internal CSS, inline CSS and external CSS? Is it clear all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So hope you get some idea how you can create the HTML page, how you can apply the styles and all. Sir, how I can remember these things? So because we can't able to remember each and every style tags. Okay. So if you want to know at least the idea of the attributes, so you better to use the ID. So what ID I'm using here? So we have the ID called WebStrom. So let it be open. So meanwhile, I think how many of you know this one? MERN, MEAN. How many of you know these two terms? So what is meaning of this men stack developer and min stack developer? Developer. So man stack here, Mongo database, and Express.js, and R means React.js, and Node.js, and here same Mongo database, still is not open. Okay, loading. Okay, so Mongo database, here also same Express.js, here yes, Express.js, and here Angular.js, and Angular and Node.js. Okay, it's a complete web development. So in these two things, if you are learning these two things, Java is not coming in your backend. Okay, so it is coming, the backend part is Express.js, and Node.js is coming in your backend here. So this is the database, and Express.js is one of the JavaScript framework, and these three also JavaScript framework. So from your server side configurations, everything you can do it using Express.js. And if you want to design the front end application, so you just use that React.js application. So if you know, this term is called as the MERN stack developer. Next, mean stack developer. So mean stack developer means same Mongo database, Express.js, but here Angular is coming. Okay, so Node.js. So let me see the importance of Angular and from the Google React users involved. There is some count is there. Statistics. See, the graph is going on. So the graph is going on till it's not clear. Another Google is there. Google Trends, sorry. Google Trends. Yeah. This one. So this is the graph statistics, how they are using their React.js in the worldwide. So you can type it here, India. See. So till 12th June 2022. Okay. So it's keep on going. It's keep on going and downing. So see the region, sub-region. Okay. So these and all regions, they are frequently using this React.js. Okay. So I have the link. I'll share you in WhatsApp. So you can see how much popular this AngularJS and React.js in nowadays. So if your profile is min stack and non stack, it's more advantage for you. Okay, if it is a more advantage for you, and you can demand more package, or otherwise you can go like this full stack developer. Full stack developer. So what is this full stack developer? So you need to learn any front end frameworks, frameworks like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and backend. So you can use Java, and database you can use any of this Oracle database. So you can use any database. Okay. So apart from cloud. So one cloud technology. So if you're having this type of combinations, if you're having this kind of combinations, so it is more advantage. So from Java guys also can get the more benefit on this. So you can get the more package in the market. So, but if you know the full stack developer, the meaning is, suppose in your project, so you don't have any backend one, so they are readily to move it, you can work it in front end development. So once the front end application development is complete, so if there any possibilities to develop the applications, in any scoping is there, so they are move it back to Java, or is there any work is balance is there in the database side, so they can move it in your database side and cloud side similarly. Okay. So if you can go with a full stack developer, you you cannot say I don't know this one, I cannot say this one. Okay, so there are giving any kind of work in these four combinations you should work. So that is about the Java developer. Okay, if you can go for the, or sometimes there is a word called complete backend developer. Backend developer. So in this case, what will happen? The complete backend developer, you can work with only the backend. You can work only the backend. The backend. So backend means only you can use with Java. Okay, any Java configurations you can work. So whatever work they can give, either it may be Spring and Spring Boot, and they are giving microservices, so they can give. Okay, so what is the current technologies trending in Java as of now? So I'm talking about only the Java, not front end designing and all. So in Java, you should know about this one, and you should know about this one. Apart from that, you should know. So this is advanced J2EE. So this is advanced J2EE. So here Spring Boot, Spring Boot, boot with microservices, with microservices, microservices. So microservices not like this here and web services, web services. So here you can use either you can go for RESTful web services, RESTful and microservices. So this is the current trending. Apart from that, JUnit tools, most demanding JUnit tools, JUnit tools. So here they can use Mockito and Power Mockito, Mockito and Power Mockitos they are going to use. So this is, so if you want to your profile with more strong means you should know this definitely. Or if you want to go for completely front end development, either you can learn none and either you can go for min stack developer. Now if I want to go for the full stack developer, these things are mandatory. So cloud is an optional. So cloud is an optional. Okay, so if the companies will give the training, they can tell you how to do this, but at least you should know these things in full stack developer. So this is an optional because there is a multiple cloud tools is there. All of the companies will not follow the same pattern. So it varies from company to company. So a complete backend developer, you should know only the core Java and advanced Java and Spring Boot with microservices. Okay, and here this one. Okay, so what type of work company peoples can do? So there are multiple work they can do. So like they are like bug fixing, some legacy project support, and next any new enhancements is there in the existing project, or is there new projects. So they are going to do. Apart from that, they are doing the testing. So testing also is like manual testing and automation testing they can do. Or is there any separate UI team is there that UI team is take the responsibility to design the front end pages. So we are not worried about it. So if you can go for the backend developer. Okay, so it depends on the company boss. I'm not saying this one, but you should be ready. They are giving what type of work in Java. So you say that I don't know this one, I can't say this one. So they are not agreed. So you are in a developer, you should be ready to work with anything. Okay, so I think you can clear. So, okay, so this is, so here I am closing my existing things and all. So first let me create on this file new project. So I already created a folder, F column Java batch 1 and workshop. Yeah, okay. Column Java here. Yes, attached. Okay, so it's attached here. Here. Okay, so in this folder can contain, these are the folders. So let me create a directory, new directory, bootstrap headings. Yes, so bootstrap headings. Okay, so here just right click and create a HTML page. So here I can give headers. Bootstrap headers. Okay, is it clear? So let me remove this. Just press a question mark and press tab. It's coming up. Okay, so here how you can configure the bootstrap. So they are giving the official website to configure on this bootstrap. Bootstrap. So this is the official website. Okay, so this is the official website. So here come down. Bootstrap. Okay. So official website. So what is the official website? So this is the official website. Okay, so what is the thing here? So see, if we want to develop, build fast and responsive sites with Bootstrap. So what is meaning of build fast? See, if I want to apply the styles in these HTML pages, so I can write these many code, right? So this much of CSS code I can write, right? This much of CSS code, this much of configurations I did, right? But whilst you are using this bootstrap, is very less configurations, and already there is a predefined classes is there. Using that predefined classes, you can easily to develop in your HTML pages very quickly and very fastly. Responsiveness means, so see, I minimize this one. You can see the view how it should be. So how the view is right now, how the view this one, see the alignment, everything how it should be. Even though if you are okay, so if you're expanding automatically, those things automatically expanding. So see now carefully, see, so when the words are coming, did you see that? See, the GitHub link, Twitter link, and what is this Slack link, and this is something open collective and the version. So everything is coming. Whenever I spend expanding, see, decrease the size of the this one, so increase the size of this one. Okay, so if you want to develop any of the web pages, so which is suitable, like we have, see, one thing.